Hi, I'm Kevin Knaus with InsureMeKevin.com. After you apply or renew through Covered California, you may get a message saying you need to verify your income. And there's a variety of reasons for this, and it can be kind of complicated. There are many different documents you can supply to Covered California to verify or supply proof of your income, but the easiest is the Income Attestation form. Especially if you are self-employed, this can be really handy. Now, the trigger for the income attestation or to verify your proof of income happens when your last filed 1040 federal tax return is different plus or minus 20% from your estimated modified adjusted gross income at Covered California. And there can be a variety of reasons for this. Obviously, incomes change, but not everything is captured in the adjusted gross income of your federal tax return that is included on the Covered California modified adjusted gross income, specifically Social Security retirement benefits, which are not taxed in most cases, but they must be included in the modified adjusted gross income to receive the subsidies or to receive the proper subsidy amount for the year. So this may be triggered even though everything looks great. And that's okay. Now, within the Affordable Care Act, they did allow people to submit an affidavit, and affidavits usually need to be notarized by a notary public. And I've read some of these affidavits, handwritten, and they can be challenging at best to read. Of course, people can submit lots of tax documents and contracts and W-2s and award letters. The problem with that is that there is a lot of personally identifiable information, not only about you, but potentially other people within those documents. So, of course, in this day and age, when we're submitting things over the internet, we always need to be very, very careful. Covered California developed the attestation form, which kind of takes the place of the affidavit, and they seem to really like it because going through all of those different tax forms that people submit can take a long time. And there's 1.5 million people in Covered California, probably 300,000 families. So if everyone was supplying all those forms, you could see it would take a long time. So the income attestation form was developed. Now, this is a legal document. You need to take it seriously and only fill it out after you have done the income section and looked at all of the income entries, the start and the stop dates, and made sure that it's correct. Then you can go and fill out the attestation form, which is actually quite simple. You just have the case number on there, your name, the income amount on the attestation form should match what is in your annual income estimate for Covered California. That might get flagged if it's different. And then you sign and date it. And then you get to upload that document to your Covered California account. And this can be pretty straightforward, but there's a few things you need to think about when you are uploading it. But when you go into your Covered California account and you do need some sort of verification, income, it might be citizenship, and maybe something else, there'll be little red dots by the names, like you've been infected with something. So you just click on View Actions, and it will take you to the page that shows you, oh, proof of income, upload eligibility documents. Oh, how slick is that? So you click on Upload Eligibility Documents, that takes you to another page, and usually it will default to the primary applicant. And it is, proof of income, upload one of those documents. And right on that screen, you can download the attestation of income form, which we just looked at. You can then save that to your hard disk. If you have the ability to do PDF, you can sign it and fill it all out. That's usually what I do for clients. Fill it out, send it over to them, they sign it. You may not be able to actually, if you don't have the computer, you may have to print it out and sign it, and then you can take a picture and upload that. Or then people will send it back to me and then I upload it for them. So once you've done that, and you get back onto that page and it'll say upload the document. And so you click on that one and that takes you to another page. And then you have to select the type of document that you're uploading. In this case, we want to select affidavit. But we're submitting an attestation. Yes, this is the affidavit replacement. The attestation form is the replacement for the affidavit. So you need to check mark that so they know what they're looking for. Then it's going to ask, who does this apply to? So you only want to fill out one attestation form for everybody in the family. And so you go through and you check mark everyone that this attestation form of the income applies to. Even if your spouse has income, you're including all of that income into the household estimate, because that's what goes on your taxes. All of the income is pooled together. You do not want to file separate attestation forms, one for each spouse, especially for the same amount, because that doubles the income. And then Covered California says, well, you're attesting to twice as much income that you put in to the Covered California account. So just one attestation form for everybody in the family. And then you go back and then it'll ask you to browse your computer for that form, the attestation form that you have signed and you have saved. Now, the extensions I've had a few problems with, and it seems to be more when people take a picture of the attestation form with their mobile device and send it to me. It puts on an odd extension. Even if it does come through with JPEG, I will usually have to open it up in a program like MS Paint and resave it as a JPG file before it'll take. Sometimes it'll go up okay. Other times, Covered California won't accept the upload because the file extension doesn't work. Then once you get to that, you can add some comments in there on how, just to remind yourself, because all of this is kept in your history. So you can remind yourself, how you did the attestation form or what it included and everything. Or you don't have to put any notes at all. I don't think anyone reads them. It's more for your benefit. After you have uploaded it and it's taken it successfully, scroll down and make sure you hit submit for review. And I don't really know if that triggers anyone to look at it, because it doesn't seem like they do until they absolutely have to, but you still need to hit submit for review so it's logged in there that you have submitted it. And then you want to double check. There's a little link down below when you scroll down. It says submission history, and when you click that little arrow, it'll show you all the documents that you have uploaded. There have been times when everything looked like it got uploaded, but when I checked the submission history, it wasn't there. There are some pop-up window boxes that on my computer, for one reason or another, were blocked by an application. And because you have to click OK, the next, how that goes. And if those aren't clicked, then it doesn't get submitted. So if you do not see it in your submission history, go through and try it again. Maybe shut down the computer, restart it, clear out the cache, make sure there's no extraneous applications running that are going to give you, that may interfere with the pop-up windows of the Covered California application. And then once it's submitted and uploaded, hopefully someone will look at it. Now, from the time you apply, usually you have 90 days to upload this. And in 2020, they were reviewing these way past 90 days. But of course, we had COVID going on, and that was kind of reasonable. And you may still get a letter saying, oh, upload your verification of income. Well, you already did that like 3 months ago. But sometimes they still send out the letters. I've been able to call, and customer service representatives have been able to look and say, oh, there it is, and check mark the box, and everything goes along fine. So in this age, not everything is perfect, so give Covered California a little bit of slack. They're doing the best job they can with everyone working from home. But that's the way you do the income attestation and everything. I have never had Covered California come back to any of my clients and say, this doesn't meet the standards. So just make sure that you have filled it out properly and everything should work as it should. And if you go along and you have to change your income, that may trigger a new income attestation, and then of course fill out a new one and upload that. Just stay on top of it. Otherwise, have a great 2021 with Covered California and your healthcare plans. For Insure Me Kevin, I am Kevin Knaus. Be safe.